Good afternoon, YouTube. Cactus here. It is Tuesday, December 27th at 4:45 p.m. And today we are going to be discussing aerial roots. Which right off the rip, they're not a good sign. Usually means that your cactus or plant needs something. And unfortunately, well, good thing is this is Walter. This is what Trichoserius Walter, formerly Patch Pajak, was named after. Get your butt out of here, dude. Anyone ever see that South Park episode where they're getting high off a cat piss? And Kyle's dad and Kenny were just rolling around in their underwear in the playground, tripping balls. Yeah, anyway, where the fuck is it? Okay, so last night, or the night before, I just made a video about my sacred succulents, Taurus and Taurus. Check it out. And, one of the first things that happened right around the time it started rooting was it's shot out an aerial root. And now some people think that, like, it's to help anchor the plant and this and that. In some species it is. But in cactus, it is not a good sign. It means the plant needs something. It's a distress signal. It's saying it needs water, it needs nutrients, it needs something. So it's an SOS. And let's see, where'd this go? There we go. There's a nice beauty. Now this is on my golden torch of the spatch. It was an odd tip cut about 2 years ago, and he exfoliates. I cut them, I chunk them, I sell them, I trade them, I do whatever. If you want a piece, let me know. Holler. Just pay for shipping. Integrity_cactus@yahoo.com. Anyway, so yeah, that's a big fat aerial root. Jewel for scale. I can't even do it. Yeah, there we go. So you have an idea. Yeah. So there's just one on this bugger, and then and then on the Taurus and Taurus, there's one here. Most of the time, I'm pretty fortunate I don't get them. Also, too, I've read that in some succulents, it means that there's an issue with the humidity as well. I'm not too sure about that. I'm in New Jersey. We have like a dry humidity. That makes sense. I lived in South Florida though, anywhere from Palm Beach County to Melbourne, Cocoa Beach, Satellite Beach, Fort Patrick Air Force Base. So I was used to a tropical humidity. So if people say humidity, I'm like, no, if you're just not standing there sweating your sack off, then that's not humid. But yeah, so aerial roots. So this guy needs something. I have him sitting in a windowsill in the basement. Whether he went to sleep or not, whatever he was, this is just my little Frankenstein guy. But he needs something. Soil seems pretty dry. Although I do recall I just watered him not long ago. Alright, so I'll throw some water on there. Now you can cut these aerial roots off. It doesn't damage the cactus or a plant. Here, and on Taurus and Taurus, I just kind of kept him there. I got one. See, this is where I should be wearing gloves. I'm not even sure what the fuck I'm touching. Yeah, little one on that guy, and he's pumping. Walter. Yeah, well, he's got a pup at the bottom here. As you can see, I just noticed that earlier today when I noticed the root. Aerial roots are roots above the soil, just by the way. Going back to one-on-one. But yeah, man, golden torch or dispatch. That fucking aerial root. Where'd it go? I miss it. There we go. Okay, and Taurus and Taurus. I don't know what else to say about it other than it needs nutrients, it needs more water, it needs more light, it needs something. It's, the SOS. But the one cactus or succulent, whatever you want to fucking call it, that I had the most roots with, that just no matter what, I couldn't make those fucking bastards happy, was dragon fruit. I got these 2 large fat ass cuttings off of Amazon, and when they finally did arrive, it was sometime like around COVID when it started. When they finally did arrive, they were all rooted and yada yada yada. So like they grew like a motherfucker. Like this room right here, this room, it would have been covered with the 3 cuttings that I had, and every single fucking half an inch there were aerial roots. Like no matter what I did for these guys, they just weren't happy. And some cactus are like that. That's actually one of the main reasons why I don't care too much for growing peyote, or buttons, if you will, is they're very picky. They stress easy. They're little bitches. That's what I've read, and that's what I've learned in my past. If somebody has a different opinion, that's fine. You just get into a swing of things. But I find them to be vaginas. Also, I've grown weed before, inside, outside, closet cultivation, the whole 9 yards. And weed is actually very difficult to grow. Now I'm going back like 20 fucking years. None of this feminized auto seed, like you freaking like retard proof, like you throw it in a cup of water and like jack in the fucking giant beanstalk and it grows and you have fucking like a pound of weed in like 3 months. Yeah, no, I'm talking about freaking when you're getting a pound of Mexican brick And you know, you're sorting through seeds, and some of them are crushed and dried, some of them are popping in your bowl. You know, if you have somebody who doesn't clean it out right, and yeah, and you know, you have to hopefully maybe you'll have one female seed out of like 100 seeds, but I forgot where I was going with that. I just started rambling. Aerial roots, being picky, yeah. So being picky, being vaginas and cactuses. All right, guys, this is Integrity Cactus signing out, reminding you to stay safe, stay green, and hit that big red subscribe button. Walter, say hi. Deuce.